My company, Verb, is a social enterprise, and we work in the unique space with corporations that want to connect with social impact organizations. And historically, that might have been through charity work or philanthropy, but in the last 5 years, since I've been running my company, what we found is that corporations are much more interested in social impact for business reasons. And the main reason they work with us is around their employees. So now, at this moment in time, 40% of corporate employees are millennials. And millennials have different expectations of their employers, as we know. One of the things they want is to work for companies that they admire and that they feel are doing good in the world. So what my company does is we partner with big brands like Dell, Nike, IBM, MetLife, and we help them build programs around social impact that can engage their employees. So for example, with MetLife, we've been running a global competition focused on financial security for disadvantaged households. We find interesting not-for-profits and social enterprises in that category, and then we match them with MetLife employees for mentoring. So the MetLife employee gets to feel like they're doing good and making a difference in the world. They also build skills around mentorship, coaching, strategic thinking, and these growing not-for-profits and social enterprises get to build a relationship with a global corporation and learn things about how to communicate their mission, how to engage stakeholders. So it ends up being a win-win partnership. Business needs to think about social impact differently because there's a radical transformation taking place in the marketplace. I would say it's being driven by millennials, but that's not the only reason. What's happening is that both consumers and employees are changing their expectations of corporations. So businesses are having to respond to millennials who are creating different expectations both as consumers and employees. At the moment, almost 40% of the total global workforce are millennials. But in the next 10 years, they will be 75% of the workforce. And this population, 70% of them say they want to work for a job where they have purpose and meaning. So let's imagine you're a global corporation selling laptops or insurance. How do you give your employees a sense of purpose and meaning in their everyday work? Well, companies are having to take this question much more seriously because they're at risk of losing their employees. Deloitte recently did a survey of millennials and found that 66% of millennials plan to leave their current job in the next 3 years. 25% plan to leave within the next year. So companies are under tremendous pressure if they want to attract and retain the best talent, and the same with their customers. Consumers now are saying they don't want to shop from companies that they don't trust, they don't believe are doing good in the world. The result of this, change in the landscape, change in expectations with employees and customers is something we call the purpose economy. And, if you think about the gig economy and the sharing economy, this is the next big economic wave that is coming. And it's characterized by an importance and an emphasis on purpose, on authentically doing good, where companies have to identify values that go beyond just making money, and they have to commit to those and implement them in ways that are integrated throughout the entire company and not just something on the side.